description. I am not convinced that the community title change, I wouldn't have advised you to do it because I had done research on all the AI communities on school. And because, like you, I embraced AI right at the outshoot. And I thought, oh, I've just got to do AI. And I looked at that and I looked at what was happening there. And I thought, because even, Tony Robbins started his with AI. And so it
Yes,
was
I heard.
in, and I know you're a geeky old gal like me. And I thought, oh, if I put that AI in there, then if they're searching for me, it's all going to be on AI. So
Right.
Tony's coming up before me, all these other guys that I know. And I thought, and I was there before they were. This is not fair.
But it's
And so,
Tony Robbins.
right. And so I thought, when I think of you, you brought the social aspect to music, way
Uh-huh.
back
Way
in the
back before it
MySpace
was a
days.
thing. Yep.
And before we called it social media, we were the social gals, because social is necessary for community. And so I
We called it
probably would
social
have,
networking. Back then it was
yes,
really
yes,
social networking was the
didn't
word.
want to,
It
yeah,
wasn't social media, it was social
yeah.
networking, but over time, everybody kept saying media, 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 and it's like, so we all kind of followed suit, but no, it was social networking, which it still is. That's what it's always been.
You're right. But you've built a brand on that for a year now, and on all of the destinations. I probably wouldn't have, I, I wouldn't have gone that direction at this point in time. But I don't care what you call it. If it's just my house,
Well,
if it's
Well,
well,
my house or hang out
yeah.
with Madalyn, I'm there. So
yeah. I think my take on it is that you've made a decision to focus in one area, and I think
That's yes.
whenever you do that, you're winning because you know, all of us on this stage at our current place in life, we have mastered multiple domains. And it's
Yep.
really hard for us to like pick one, right? It's like, well, I want to tell everybody about all my greatness. We are all great. We have a lot of domains probably spent more than 10,000 hours. So, but it really, you will grow. I mean, I struggle with this same thing, but you'll grow faster and better with focusing on one thing.
Yeah,
That's my take.
and I appreciate that. I mean, I feel like it should show a focus of one thing. I feel like social media and AI is so generic. Um, Even though my name has been out there for decades now, gosh, y'all, next month, no, January is going to be 30 years. I've been, digital marketing. I got my start in all of this to where I am today. Um, I've been doing all this a long time, so I have a branded name, but I really haven't focused on that as much, like on school, and it's mostly just been social media and AI shortcuts as the name. Plus, in the title, there's only so many characters, and actually, when I played around with changing it and just put AI shortcuts to work smarter, it fits perfectly. And some names actually, when you're on your phone, they'll cut off when you're looking at it, like the little sidebar menu in school, and
excellent.
mine doesn't. Y'all, I was like, this looks good. I just kind of did this to just kind of play around with the idea for myself to see if I like this, but I feel like it's it's a more diluted um thing when it's social media and AI. Plus, when you just say that out loud, that's so generic. Um, and I've been focusing more and more on AI, but I don't know if y'all can see that. So it fits perfectly, whereas some others will like cut off, and it just fits. It looks really good on that sidebar menu on a
yeah, that's
phone.
true.
Because
That's
I
true.
see others with like dot dot dot, or they're just so one or two words is like, what does that mean? The thing is, what's so interesting with me, and I'm not purposefully trying to do it, but it always happens, is whatever I call something, I want the name to say what it is. I want people to read the name of it. Just like Twitter Smarter. Twitter Smarter,
Hmm.
Twitter Chat. You know what that is. Go Girls Music is
Right.
probably something with chicks that play music, female musicians.
Right.
Um, when I first started teaching social media in the music business, guess what I called it? social networks for musicians. Because again, it goes back to social networking is what we used to call it back then. But in 2005, I started social networks for musicians. That's what I branded it as. And I've always done that. Again, not intentionally when I'm thinking it up, but it always just kind of works out that way. And when I was playing around with, if I try to make this more AI centered, what would I call it? And of course, using ChatGPT for some ideas, and AI shortcuts to work smarter just sounded to me like it says what I've already been doing. And since my focus has been more AI, just because there's always so much AI news, and it's something I'm very interested in. And then also, we're in a time where everybody wants to, people are real. You got the people like us that are interested in AI. We're learning lots, but we can always learn more from each other. But now a lot of people are like, I got to jump on this train, because there are jobs now where you're required to use AI tools, and you're required to have knowledge. Like people are realizing they're going to get left behind in the workforce if they don't start accumulating some knowledge on how all this stuff works and use it to enhance their work. And I think we're going to see more and more companies like telling, there's Dan Martell, who's really popular on YouTube. He requires all of his staff to utilize ChatGPT as part of their workflows.
Well, it's in everything that you use, every tool you use. I don't care if you open up Canva, Google Doc, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, it's integrated already. Copilot, ChatGPT, Claude, and then you got MCP servers. I mean, it's so integrated, because MCP servers, all the major brands that have tools, they have their own. So it's just hard to get away from it. And I'm seeing it. I'm a recruiter, and you better at least be knowledgeable and know it, because it's part of your productivity tools at a minimum. So
yeah,
I like the focus you're going with. I think I'm excited for you. And social media, that's like having your right hand and your left hand. Come on.
right. Well, I mean, again, it was just something I was thinking of this week, and just kind of playing around with it just for myself and not making a big announcement, but wanted to talk about it with y'all here to see if y'all had any thoughts. But I'm realizing more and more my focus has been on AI, and that maybe with all this stuff I do, I should brand it more that way. But Barb, everything you said makes perfect sense. I totally get it.
Well, you too. You had a great, and I think it's Geeky Old Gals, as I said, the fact that it fit on the screen. When you did that, I said, oh,
It
that's
fits,
so me.
like,
And
I
I should
noticed
have
that.
thought of that. I should have thought of that. Yeah.
And I didn't think of it, but when I looked at it, because I'm a very detail-oriented person, it's just
Me
how I
too.
am. I
Yeah,
can't help
yeah.
it. It comes in handy for a lot of projects and things I do, because most people are not that way. So I catch everything. And so I wasn't intentionally doing it, but then when I looked at it on my phone, I'm like, "Oh my God, this looks good," and it makes sense. And I also think because of that, and because it's a little bit more focused and it makes sense and it fits great, that when people are searching for communities, they're gonna find the name interesting. So I just need to have a good about page to go with it, which my about page sucks, so I need to really rework it. But I just feel like I want to focus more on AI, but like I have in the little description on my school page, is that the plus a dash of social media know-how to keep you ahead, because I'm always going to be staying on top of the latest social media stuff and want to share it with everybody, so that won't change. It's just, I'm just seeing more and more of it. It's just AI. So I feel like it's time to be a little more focused. So thank y'all for giving me your thoughts on all of that. Plus, now that school has the subscription tiers, that I've been thinking about a lot, like, how I want to structure this and do it. And I just really feel like I just want to make it just more AI stuff that really interests people. Because right now people just want to learn about AI, and people love learning stuff from me. I'm good at educating. And I just want to really focus more on time on that. So that's been my thought. And I'm definitely going to be starting a new tier over there of like, my Madalyn's inner circle where we can have some special mastermind group sessions and things and just doing deeper dives. I feel like when we're doing this each week, it's just we're learning some new things, we're learning from each other, but then that next step, like deep dive. Like last week, Rachel, I loved our conversation about Substack. And I'm also just trying to get in a better habit of taking clips from the live stream of some of these amazing conversations and putting them as shorter clips on YouTube so that can live on. But also some people don't like to go watch a replay of a long live stream and they just want the good parts. So what I did.
This was so cool. I saw it. It came up on X, I think. And then I think I also saw it on Facebook. So,
well, what I did, I mean, I've been working on this since as soon as we were done last Thursday. I'm like, I'm taking that whole section of Substack because it was such valuable information. I'm playing around more with Substack. I'm definitely going to get mine up and running. It's just there's so many things it does. I just can't get over when you go into the settings. It's like page after page, like stuff. It just never ends. I'm like, holy cow, there's a lot to this. But what I did is I pulled the clip of our discussion on that, and it's really good. So it's over on School, but it's also on my YouTube. I just posted on my YouTube last night. I made this thumbnail. I'm so proud of this. Canva, the Canva Pro, you get all those templates, and I found a template I like. I already have a bunch of shots like this. This picture of me, I literally put a tripod behind me. This was, I think I did this round earlier this year. Tripod behind me, put my phone on it, and I had my phone set as a timer, and I just did a whole bunch of poses. So I have a bunch of stuff. So that way I can just easily like, well, what would be a good one to go with this? And found a template I liked in Canva. And then I went and grabbed a Substack icon logo. And I literally created this in like probably less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was great.
It looks good.
Great.
Yeah, attention grabbing.
Love it.
So I put it on my YouTube, but it's just a way for that amazing conversation. So for anybody that missed it, it's available in School. Let me show you. Rachel, you've become like our resident Substack expert, which I love.
Thank you. A client the other day, I've been training him, called me Substack mommy. And I was like, oh my God, that is hilarious.
I love that. That was so much fun. But what a great conversation we had, where it got me more motivated to be utilizing Substack more. I also realized that I want to have my Kratom one separate. I kind of was setting it up to just have an all-in-one, since everybody knows me as Madalyn Sklar, make it easier on myself. And I'm like, no, I need to have two separate accounts. I need them. They're so separate from each other, and I don't want to confuse people, and I'd rather them be separated. So I just went ahead and set up a whole separate login for my Kratom one and just have my Madalyn Sklar be specific to all this stuff. So it's baby steps. I'm working through it. But I tell you, Rachel, you have so much helpful information. So I was like, I know Rachel has a lot of how-to stuff, but man, you have so many posts now. So I'm like, I don't even know, like where's just a simple how to get started and go through. I'm like a visual learner. I just need to see those steps and stuff. And so yeah, you got a lot of, I mean, you have a whole variety of posts on yours, but I know you have, are they able to categorize them? Is there a way to do that? So you could categorize the Substack ones?
That's one of the things that's a drawback, is your posts just sort of show up. You do have some options. You can share, you do add categories when you create a post. So you want to put your post into specific categories. Then you can also add tags as well. So you have those options. So if you go to my Bad Redhead Media and just type in Substack, in my publication, everything I've written about Substack will show up. But I don't know on the back end of the dashboard if I can create it by category. So I'll look into that. It's a really good question.
So wait, so if I go to your page, I got the link there for anybody that's not on hers. You guys, definitely follow, subscribe. So when I'm on your page, let me pull one here so you can walk.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up too.
I need a good visual here so I understand. All right, so I'm on your page. So where do I go if I want to go find your specific ones for that?
You have to go into my bio where it says Bad Redhead Media LLC, right there. Yeah, click on that.
Okay, so hold on. That opens up a new page. Let me add it in here.
I know it's always opening up new pages. That's kind of annoying too.
I
So
don't mind, but when you're on StreamYard, you can only show one screen at a time. So I
right,
have
right,
to let it
right.
open, copy and paste it over here. All
So
right,
now
so
go into search on the search.
right here.
Yeah. And type
Okay,
in whatever you're looking for. So Substack, for example.
gotcha. Okay. So it's just going to show the full article. Wait, did I click
It
too?
should have shown all my articles.
Maybe I clicked it too. Let me try again.
Maybe. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, probably. Yeah. Let me. So yeah, I think I clicked. Okay, there we go. Okay, because I
So
clicked.
all of those will come up now. Yeah. But it does
Gotcha.
take a little extra step to find that. But that takes the trick is to get into the person's publication and then search, as opposed to searching the entire Substack. So you want to make sure you click into that person's actual, like I had you go to the bio and click on my actual publication.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, this is helpful.
Good.
I've seen some people where they'll make one master a pinned post, like they'll say start here and they'll put the link to some article.
Yes.
Yeah, and they say and beginner, intermediate, it's like, and so they're
Right.
because so
That's a good idea. I just worked with a client who has a welcome to my world post, and he's keeping that as his featured post. I tend to just, when you publish, it doesn't automatically pin it to your publication. It's there, but it's not pinned at the top. So you have to actually go in and click pin to homepage. And then if you want to change the order, you unpin it and repin it. I wish there was a manage button, like on Facebook, we can pick, let's say we pick 3 things that we want to feature on a page, and there's a manage button, and we can put them in whatever order we want. Substack doesn't have that yet.
But you could do either a pinned post.
Yes, totally.
Yeah, and do either, and you can. Here's my maybe.
Like a summary kind of post, you're saying?
Right. Or just have it linked to a Google Doc that you can always change on the back end, as I mean, there's different ways to skin this cat. You can do it in the post, in a Google Doc. You're just making me think now, right? Because I'm the same way as Madalyn is. Like, sometimes I'll go to people's thing. I'm like, where do I start? And then I think, well, how does my brain work? And it's very visual.
Yeah. And I understand that.
Rose is asking Rachel, she looked on your X account and looked for recent posts on Substack and didn't find it. She also looked at your recent newsletters.
That's so weird. I share my posts every Monday for Monday blogs.
Maybe she's looking at your other X.
Maybe you're looking at Rachel in the OC, not Bad Redhead Media. I do tend to share my Substack posts on both, but Bad Redhead is where I put, because it's my Bad Redhead publication.
And it's
that's a good question.
Bad Redhead Media for her Substack. And I also have
you.
mine at Madalyn Sklar. So be sure to, I'm going to be using it. I just haven't. I'm just doing the back end part right now.
Why did you call yourself?
A lot.
Why did you call yourself bad?
Oh, when I was coming up, that's a good question. When I was coming up for the name of my business, I knew I wanted to put media in there, but I didn't want it to just be social media because I do a lot of book marketing. So I was working through, I didn't have chat then, right? So I was working through, like, I had lists of things, and my son came in and said, wow, that's really bad. And I'm like, bad, like bad, or bad, like good? And he said, it's sick. And I'm like, okay, sick doesn't work, but bad I like. And that's really where, and I had red hair for years and years. So that's where that came from.
I love it.
Thank you.
That's a good
story. It's a fun name. Pardon?
That's a good story.
Oh, thank you.
Very cool.
Like you're bad to the bone type of thing.
You can tell I'm so tough.
Let's get into the Gemini 3, because I mean, this is like the dominating news right now. So let's Jim's here.
We got Mr. Jim here.
Jim made it
Jim.
over. Hey Jim, how are you? We don't hear you. Check the mic.
He's got like 5 different mics. He has to choose.
Yeah, he's fancy. He's fancy.
Actually, it's funny you say that, because I don't know if you guys saw, Chris and I did a a Shure sponsored show last night on, all the tubes, as we like to say. And yeah, so we were literally switching microphones. Like I had 5 microphones hooked up to my
I
computer.
told you he's got 5 microphones.
I love my Shure. That's what this is.
Yes.
I love it. This is the best.
Yeah.
It's the SMB, the SM7B.
So I have a major announcement, at least for me.
Let's hear it.
This morning at 2:44 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Lila Mackenzie Oppenheimer was born, my granddaughter in
Congrats.
California.
Oh.
Congrats.
Yes. So she was early, and not early. Like my daughter was going to go this afternoon to start. She wanted to get induced, and
Yeah.
kid had a mind of her own, and she said it happened so fast so now my grandson has a sister to protect. So pretty
Nice.
exciting.
Congrats to you and your family. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Very cool. Oh, there you go. Bez brings the emoji. Emoji for the win. We're glad you're here with us. By the way, I really appreciate you doing the whole StreamYard, mentioning that issue we were having. I made sure I did not check off to do both. But guess what happened right before we went live? Rachel, when she did her X, apparently it was set for that, and all of a sudden we all saw the pop-up for that. So she immediately took it down and it went away. So interesting. That I'm glad you brought that to their attention about that. But yeah, I made sure I did not.
It's funny seeing people in that community like, oh, well, I don't understand what the big deal. It's like,
I'm
oh my
friends with
God.
that guy. He knows but you didn't name names. But Neil,
Yes.
I know Neil. Neil's known me a long time. He used to come on my Twitter chat a long time ago. But
Yeah.
I totally get it. And I don't think he was really understanding you were just kind of throwing a scenario. It wasn't a lot of info, just a very generic scenario. But when you have people that are not techie and all of a sudden, and some are on their phone and this,
Yeah.
it can be overwhelming, and it was
Yes.
very distracting. So, yeah. But yeah, I paid close attention to what I did. So
I still feel like what StreamYard needs to do, like that. So there's an example, and I know we're on StreamYard, so hopefully they don't shut us down for saying this. But I think this is an example of where the new management, right? Gage and Dan would wait till something was ready for prime time. I feel like this was great concept, but not quite there yet, and should have waited, because even the ability to change, like say the layout independently isn't there, and some other things, and that would have maybe made it, because maybe you could have had us like all sized right for vertical, and then still look this way in landscape. Great, but right now that's not the case, and people don't like it.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, it's a new, we're using StreamYard to live stream this. Right now we're on multiple Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and X. So we're all over the place. We're all broadcasting to our social media, and StreamYard has this new feature where you can have it be a vertical live stream or portrait, or both. Landscape. And the way it's like recommended with it being both. And I probably accidentally did that last week, but this style of live stream we do with this looks terrible as a portrait. It looks terrible. And I was horrified when I saw a couple of replays like that with my last Saturday live stream. I'm like, this is awful, but it didn't let you change it. And I wasn't fully aware of what it was doing. So yeah, thank you for, talking to them about it and at least bringing that to their attention. But at least now we kind of better with setting this up. So I think we're good. We're just getting ready to dive into the whole Gemini 3. That's been like the big news this week. So let me go ahead and get that started, because we've been talking about a variety of things, but now Gemini 3. So for those that haven't heard, this is the new thing. It came out on Tuesday. They're saying Gemini 3 is their most intelligent model that helps you bring any idea to life. So I'm going to play a video for you all so y'all can kind of just get a basic understanding of what this is. Let me cue it up real quick for y'all. I find this to be really interesting, and I've got a variety of scenarios to show y'all with this, but I see this as something that's like, if you're a techie in AI, this is a dream, you know. But for the rest of us that are kind of techie, but not like coder tech, like I'm talking about like the coders and the vibe coding, like this is a dream for them. But it's super interesting. So let me just start y'all off with the basics on this.
Gemini has been multimodal since the beginning. Our Gemini 1 models could see, hear, understand vast amounts of information, and natively generate across modalities. Gemini 2 took the next step with advanced reasoning, enabling AI agents to think, code, and take action. We're taking all of this to the next level with Gemini 3. Gemini 3 is the strongest model in the world for multimodality and reasoning. It's our most intelligent model that helps you bring any idea to life. Starting today, we're rolling out Gemini 3 in our products so you can experience it for yourself. In Google Search, Gemini 3 enables new kinds of generative user interfaces. It codes interactive simulations like this one, custom built for your search. In the Gemini app, you can use the vast range of Gemini 3 capabilities for all kinds of tasks. You could supercharge how you learn, create, plan, take action, analyze complex videos, and more. You could start building with Gemini 3 Pro, available in the API today. We're even introducing a new platform, Google Anti-Gravity. It's our vision of software development at the frontier of model intelligence. It lets you use Gemini 3's agentic coding capabilities to accelerate how you build. The rollout of our Gemini 3 series will continue in coming weeks. We'll be introducing models with new features across different modalities and more model sizes. This is just the beginning of our Gemini 3 series. It's another critical step on the road towards making AI more intelligent and personal for you. Learn more about how you can try Gemini 3 at deepmind.google/Gemini.
Very interesting stuff. And of course, I had to go find like some examples of like, all right, how are people using this? Because it just sounded like ultra techy. Has anybody like been looking at all of this and just, you know, learning about it, or not really? I mean, it's only been around for 2 days.
I when I walked into my Google Workspace, it looked different today. So it said it gave me options to do the stuff I normally hadn't done. So I don't know if that's affecting it, but I heard about it. I just haven't dived into it. But I'm sure with Google Workspace, I probably have access to it, you know.
It seems really interesting. Let me play a short video of, you know, talking about this a little bit, just so we all kind of understand it a little bit more.
Well, the new Google Gemini model is here, and I was lucky enough to be given early access. So in this video, I'm going to deep dive into Gemini 3 and check out everything this new LLM is capable of, including their all-new agent mode. Build a minimal Minecraft-like voxel world using only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This is a one-shot right here, using no external libraries. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. I am insanely impressed with this right now. Look at my upcoming calendar events for the next 3 days. Check recent emails for anything that looks like a task or deadline. Combine that into a single control panel for me with today's top 3 priorities, time block suggestions, and a list of things I should probably say no to or delegate. So we can see it gave me today's top 3 priorities: attend/verify this briefing meeting that I had, activate. I have early access to a specific tool that I can't talk about, so I have it blurred. And then plan my weekly schedule review. Like, this is blowing my mind how good this stuff is getting. If you want to stay looped in on all of the latest AI news and tools and tutorials on how to actually implement this stuff, make sure you like this video.
Yeah, that guy is really knowledgeable and stuff. But it just comes off like, again, a techie person's dream but it shows that AI is advancing so rapidly. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, I've played with it a little bit because I do have it, because I have my email is a business account, so I got access automatically through my workspace. And yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of checking it out. I did use it a little bit, kind of like on some questions to create some things. But of course, it was funny because one of the things I wanted it to do, like I wanted it to create a PDF, out of something, and it's like, well, I can't quite do this, but if you go, and of course, having a Mac, I guess there's a way. It's like it wanted me to go to like the DOS type directory thing and type some command. I'm like, nah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with that. I mean, only for the people that know what they're doing. Well, now I'm going to show you all some really interesting ways people are using it, but it's people that are vibe coding. And we keep hearing about that a lot where, you have an idea and the platform will create the code for you, but then you got to take the code and put it somewhere so it can run. But I think people that already know all this stuff, it just made their life a lot easier. So they don't have to, be physically typing out all that code on a computer. Like you just tell it what you want to do, create it. But I want to show some really interesting examples I've come across. So this first one is a big time AI influencer. I mean, she's like a total expert, Allie K. Miller. So she posted this yesterday and it says, Gemini 3, are you freaking kidding me? Vibe coded a sign language recognition app with video enabled, confidence scores, sampling settings, and tips in under 5 minutes. She created an app in under 5 minutes. It says code written with Gemini 3, Gemini 2.5 handling detection, and video is sped up 2x. So this is something she created in less than 5 minutes. So watch this. There's no sound. So it was detecting her motion with sign language. Is that just trippy?
Wow.
And it's checking it, like it's doing this all in real time. I mean, it's just wild. When I saw that, I'm like, holy cow. Like, I wouldn't even know, like, I couldn't even think up something like that. So I think these are just for really creative techie types. But I'm just like, this is amazing technology that you could do something like that.
You know what? When ChatGPT was blowing up and everybody else was saying, "Is this the end of Google search?" I'm like, don't fall asleep on Google. Number one, it's got the infrastructure. They've already have the data centers. They don't have to, and then number two, they'll figure it out. They're not, they're pretty smart people. So I'm not surprised. But this is good for all of us as we sit here because competition is good for the consumer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody keeps pushing each other to outdo each other. Have you noticed that?
And this is going to this is now going to allow people that were not really good at coding but they have those creative ideas to just take this to a whole new level.
I've
what
coded
that guy.
two apps. It was crazy. I did one just to solve a problem with a career coaching was that to come up when you do your Dream 100, it's an exercise. It's a manual process and it takes time. I was able to walk them through questions with a bot interacting, and then it would come out with names, companies, and they were high quality. We were so surprised because I beta tested in a group, and then the next one was just basically a clicker to accurately count what people are doing, so they can actually give good data instead of a guesstimate. So yeah, when it was just like talking to it, and then you're like, they'll say, you want a demo? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Sure, why not?
And you're like, oh my goodness. Yeah.
It's super interesting. Here's another example that I found to be really amazing. So this girl said, just built with Gemini 3, a video recording tool where the AI gives you real-time prompts based on what you're saying so you never get stuck. Everyone should have their own podcast host. So she kind of built this to be something where she can just practice like she's going to be getting interviewed on a podcast or something, that she's just talking to the camera and is prompting her based on what she's saying, as if you are being interviewed. So she says, it's amazing that Gemini comes with native integration with the camera, and I can actually export these videos as MP4s. So watch this. This is really cool.
This is a mini application I vibe coded with Gemini 3. Basically, an AI can interview you to ask you questions, almost like a video podcast host, to get your creative juices flowing, so you never run out of things to say. So today I tried the new Gemini 3 model. It was pretty mind-blowing because I had a few ideas. I never was able to vibe code with other apps, but I was able to bring it to life using Gemini 3, like this app. One was an app that helps me and my friends find restaurants that are between two locations. The other is this one where the AI can generate real-time prompts for recording videos, so you never run out of things to say. The idea came from, like, I often have these coffee chats with friends who are in like a far place, like we would be miles apart, and I want to find a location that's equidistant to both of us. And before, it required a lot of manual like searching on Google Maps, and I just wanted to use the Gemini and Google Maps API integration to automate that experience. So this one, I feel like I'm watching a lot of video podcasts, and a lot of times it's because the hosts ask really good questions that get the guests talking, and I want everyone to have their own video podcast host so everyone can record great videos. Okay, so let me stop recording, and now I can actually download my video as an MP4 file. Here it is.
That's wild. Oh my God.
I
That just blows
already
my
have an
mind.
idea.
Well,
I'm not even going to say it right now,
and
but
see, that's
yeah.
that's the thing. People are going to get so many, just like what she said in the video. She does vibe coding, but she hadn't found a tool that really helps take what she wants to do and bring it to life until this. So there's going to be creative people that just don't know how to do the whole vibe coding thing. We're going to see, I think, very quickly because of this, somebody creating $1 million idea, and before long there'll be somebody with $1 billion idea because of this.
Sign me up.
It's
Well,
amazing.
even from that perspective, though, of if you get the thing to ask you questions, do you actually need a teleprompter?
Right. And this comment here, I can see the audience being confused. It's not for an audience. She created that app to practice, because a lot of people are not comfortable being interviewed or just like having questions thrown at them and just being able to talk on the fly and answer them. And so it's for practicing. And it's brilliant when she created. I mean, that could be an app she sells, because so many people are not comfortable being on camera. And what a great way to kind of get, and she even said like that would be good like before you go get interviewed live, like just to kind of warm you up, get you ready. Brilliant idea. But you can download the MP3. So if it was something where like is some really good, like could end up being a great interview, that's like, I should like use this content.
Ooh.
Guys, I can't wait to, when you bring your idea to life.
See, here's the thing that vibe coding allows you to do. You don't have to be the coder, but because you're an expert in your domain, that's actually more valuable today. I mean, yeah, if you want to do commercial grade, you bring in a real coder. You don't want to bring Bez in to code because he don't know how to code. But this is actually going to affect a business analyst that translates tech jargon and the business or the end user. This is really going to be interesting how that translator who's the business analyst now operates in a world. Wow, this is interesting.
So, well, I got another one. I got one more. I mean, these are just, to me, the mind-blowing ones. And this just came out on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. This is 2 days. And already people are coming up with really interesting ways of using this. I just came across this one this morning and my mind is blown. So let me read what it says. Gemini 3 is so good. Someone on the team, this was somebody on the team at Google, made this interactive record player in the Gemini app. And it even says how to try it. And it gives you the link to go to it. Like, it's already been created. It's available. You click on this link, you put your own music, but watch this. This is wild. So somebody used Gemini 3 to create this. Is speeding it up like a real record player. That is so cool. So they have the link here if you want to use this. So let me grab this and show y'all. I'll have the links to all of this in my YouTube description later. All the stuff we're looking at, if anybody wants the links to these, just go to my YouTube, Madalyn Sklar YouTube, and I'll have it in here later today. All right, so here it is, and it says load record. So you just load in your music. You just go pull music off your computer, add it in here. Now you have your own music playing off of this little record player that we just watched. Isn't that wild? I mean, I'm geeky. I like this stuff, but I find this to be really cool. I think the idea, if these ideas have come to life in 2 days, could you imagine where this is going to go?
You know, it raises some interesting questions. Like, think about authors creating audiobooks. You have to go through Amazon's Audible or, you know, a different company, pay them. What if you just open up an app, choose the voice you want, and voila, you have an audiobook. You can do that now on Amazon, though. You can have your book be AI read. It's clearly marked that it's read by an AI voice that you have to choose. But if you could put in your own voice, like, that's insane. And you can, the reasoning behind not using an AI voice is that it won't sound like the real thing. It won't have the emotion. We pay voice actors for a reason because they're super talented. But what if the AI can do all that? This is why these actors were pushing so hard for their copyright on their image and their voice. Because if their stuff's used, let's say you say, you know, like one of my friends went on.
Hello. What's going on? Did what happened here?
Well, no, my internet went down, I guess. All of a sudden, I had the little spinning thing, and I'm like, well, they're still going.
How
Madalyn,
weird.
Madalyn, welcome to my show.
It took
Welcome
y'all
to
all
my show.
It took all of y'all. I thought like the host can leave and it still goes on. That's weird. All of a sudden, I froze, but I thought you were talking, Rachel. I thought, oh, Rachel froze up. And then all of a sudden,
I thought I did too.
But then I realized everybody froze, and all of a sudden my screen went, my block of here, my square went black, and then it was like a spinning thing. I'm like, oh no. So I just reloaded, but we lost Jim. I just thought for sure y'all would still be here. Usually with StreamYard, everybody's still intact.
Oh,
Jim's coming in. Yeah.
Jim will know. Jim,
that was weird.
It was weird. So
we're out of order. People are freaking out.
And I didn't touch anything, Madalyn. I swear I didn't touch anything.
Well, it's how she brought people back on. But what happened, I don't know what happened when, I mean, it was like Rachel was talking and then all of a sudden,
yes, it froze.
My camera started like spinning. So
that's what
mine,
oh, it's a StreamYard thing because mine did it too. Okay,
Yeah.
so Rachel like froze and stopped talking. I'm like, oh no, Rachel. And then all of a sudden I realized we're all froze. And all of a sudden my block here goes black and there's a spinning thing. And so I thought it was me. So I reloaded and came back. Interesting, Jim. So that we know what that means. StreamYard was doing something.
Me and Barbara were left in the room, and then everyone else joined my show later. I mean, thank you.
Well, what was funny is I could see still Barb and Bez in the green room, but their cameras were black.
Oh, weird.
Weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. And then it kicked me out and said, try again.
Yeah, I was surprised it kicked y'all out because usually
it didn't kick me out.
You and Barb were not kicked out.
But I had to refresh to come back in.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah,
it's a weird little glitch.
I was already fresh. I took a shower this morning, so I didn't have to refresh.
Oh gosh.
I love the comedy you bring to this discussion.
You're so funny.
Well, StreamYard gave us a blip, but we're back. But yeah, Rachel, you were in the middle of saying something. It's okay.
It was really good. What was
it? It was good.
Oh! I was talking about how you could record your own books, and this is why actors fought so hard for copyright of not only their image and likeness, but their voice. Because what I was starting to say was a friend of mine used the Vellum app to format her book. And she put it, it's a very sad memoir of losing her baby to SIDS. And she had it read it back to her in Snoop Dogg voice, which was the only way that she could like get through it and make sure that it was formatted as she wanted. So there are apps that do that now. But could she publish her book being read by Snoop Dogg? No. But maybe with this new AI stuff, I don't know. I don't know where it stops.
I think people will fight. I mean, they'll let you, but you're going to pay them because right now, you know, athletes have that name, image, and likeness.
Yeah.
So, you know, they walk on the field, they're making right now a college team to be competitive. They have to have $20 million ready to pay these college athletes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
A lot.
It's a new world.
It is.
It is.
One more thing to show y'all. So it wouldn't be right for there to be a new Gemini 3 without Magi having it available. Dustin did a post on the 18th, the day of this. So Dustin from Magi, one of our favorite all-in-one tools, it's on there. He added it. So if you use Magi for your all-in-one AI tools where it has everything, Gemini 3's in there. I went in there and played with it, and it's there. So
can I ask something? Oh, sorry.
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely.
Go ahead, Barbara. Ladies first.
Oh, you're such a gentleman. So if it's Gemini 3's on there, we don't have to have the Google Workspace? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's correct.
All right.
My question to you, Madalyn, because I think I'm going to go pay for Claude. If I get Magi, can I have the agentic and GPT features in Magi?
I don't think it does that. No, because that's you got to be on the plus. Like OpenAI is the plus, and Claude, is there a Claude Plus or Pro? Yeah, I can't keep up. Everybody calls them
There's several versions of Claude.
I think you got to be on a paid account for that. I mean, the great thing about Magi for $20 a month, you get everything, but not necessarily the advanced features. Like the reason why I have ChatGPT and I pay $20 a month is because Magi doesn't do that advanced audio feature, which is like my favorite thing to do. And I do it constantly. I want to just talk to chat like as a person. And that's how the bulk of how I use it is that way. I'm okay that Magi didn't do that. I mean, Magi, it does amazing stuff, way more than I would have ever thought we were able to do over there. But I just love that for $20 a month, I can have Claude, I can have Perplexity, I can have all the other ones in addition, plus all those image generation tools too. It's really incredible. I'll pull it up on the screen so for anybody watching.
Don't you have a special deal?
I do. I was getting to that. I just I'm typing and talking at the same time as always, so I can get to. Okay, so yes, if you go to Magi, let me pull up the link, magi.co/Madalyn, that takes you to this page. You get 30% off for 3 months when you use my code Madalyn30. And this is an amazing tool if you want to have the ability to have an all-in-one with all the things. It's pretty amazing that I won't play the whole video, but they're all in one place, all of these. And it's absolutely incredible that you can do it all. You get all the models. Look at that. I still can't go over how when Magi first started, it was just ChatGPT. And then I remember when Claude came out and then Dustin added Claude, and it was like slowly adding as these emerged. And here we are several years later, and look at that list. It's mind-blowing. And as new ones come out, he adds them. So the Gemini 3, the day it was released, he has it added in there. And I love the whole folder feature. You can have folders for all your different discussions. And all these features is what makes it so great. And if you're concerned about privacy, it's on private servers through Magi. Is talking to the, where it's getting the info, but you're not training their servers. You're not training OpenAI server. You're not training Claude. You're not training any of those servers when you use Magi. And I've had Dustin on here talking about how important it was for him to make sure that it is safe and secure and people know, because it's a big topic of discussion about the whole privacy thing and how these tools use our data to train itself.
That's true.
And it's incredibly frustrating.
Wow.
So yeah, Dustin's a friend of the show, great guy. I've known him for years, and I've just loved watching Magi grow. It's an incredible tool. So I paid $20 a month for that, and then I paid $20 a month for my ChatGPT for the advanced users. And that's just for me. That's how I like using it. So I use both.
Right on. Well, I have to go. So
yeah, we're already at the top of the hour.
Top of the hour.
The last thing I was going to mention, and Bez, if you need to go now, it's all good. Go when you need to go. Is I mentioned at the beginning of this that I've been utilizing the ChatGPT Atlas browser more and more, and the more I use it, the more I like it, and I'm so close to making it my default browser instead of Chrome. I'm just super impressed with it. Jim, you weren't here earlier when we were discussing it. Are you using it much?
I'm actually using it right now for the show.
Because you've been using StreamYard with it. You were testing that recently, and so you just found the more you use it, the more you like it.
Yeah, I think there's a couple things, probably like you, that I'm trying to figure out. I had an issue yesterday using Ecamm in interview mode, and I didn't know if it was Atlas or if it was just my setup, or I have a new Mac Mini it might be me setting up my Mac Mini, lots of things. It may not be the browser. But what I'm still curious about, and maybe there's a way to figure out, is I know there's a way you can kind of see like how much resources different programs are doing. And it's kind of that whole thing is I've seen it with Chrome where it's like, wow, this thing is really using up a lot of stuff, but I'm not sure if Atlas lets us do that yet. I'd be curious to see, like, running the same programs, right, browser to browser, is there less, strain on your system using Atlas versus Chrome, because they are both, if we'll call them Chromium browsers. And so, but yeah, I like like you said, I love the part where you can go in there, right, pull up your YouTube channel, say, hey, give me some better titles for my YouTube videos that will help me get found by, ChatGPT and Perplexity, and it'll do that. And I know, Dennis, you did a video on that, so I know he's using it. And so far, my small comparison, right, I haven't done a lot of deep dive. I feel like Atlas is better than Comet from what I've seen. Atlas is giving you more details. Oh, you muted yourself.
Which one is the Comet? Whose is that?
Comet is Perplexity.
But okay, well then real quick, I thought so. I haven't played with that one yet, but I do have a short video on that, and it's talking about OpenAI versus Perplexity browsers. And so let me play this real quick, and then, or do you all have a minute?
I do. Yeah.
It's only like a minute and a half long, to wrap up our discussion. But the bottom line is, I'm experimenting with this. I'm really liking Atlas the more I use it, and I think what's great about this discussion we do each week is, just by us talking about it, somebody's watching this going, I got to spend more time on this. Just like last week, our discussion about Substack. And what have I been doing this week? I've been playing around in Substack. So, because it really motivated me to do that more and get it going. So yeah, let me play this short little video. So for those that aren't familiar with these two browsers that are new and free.
So there's Comet and there's Atlas. If you don't know, these are both AI internet browsers, kind of like if Chrome and ChatGPT had a baby. However, Comet was made by Perplexity and Atlas by OpenAI. And there are a lot of things that are similar between these two browsers, so I want to talk about the differences. In terms of each browser's strengths, Comet offers stronger agentic features where it can analyze dozens of tabs at once and share its sources, compare product and price data across pages, and perform tasks for you. Now, Atlas also offers all of this, but from my own experience, it's a bit slower than doing it on Comet. Now, Atlas is really great at remembering things for you and acting more like an AI web browsing assistant. So if if you say forgot where you read that one thing last week, you can ask Atlas and it can help dig up that web page for you. Now, as for the user experience, Atlas is a lot more clean and easy to navigate, in my opinion. It has a more minimalistic layout and fewer buttons, whereas it seems like Comet just kind of dumped anything and everything onto the front page, which can be overwhelming for people just dipping their toes into AI browsers. Now let's talk about access. Both are currently available for free. However, Atlas is only available on Mac OS, while Comet is available on both Mac and Windows. Neither of them have a mobile app just yet, and both are Chromium-based browsers where you can transfer and add your own extensions, bookmarks, or whatever else you want to transfer over from Chrome itself. If you want to learn more about how to use both of these and find out about all of the features, I do have full videos up on my YouTube channel for both.
All right. That was really helpful. That was a helpful video because I hadn't watched it all. I just, when I saw it was about talking about the differences between the two, I'm like, oh, we should watch this. But
Can I ask a quick question? Yeah.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on this, on privacy and safety issues? Those are the biggest concerns that I'm reading. You know, Google tracks everything, and we know that. I don't know how it's different, but those are the kind of the criticisms that I've read, and so I haven't even played with it yet. What are your thoughts?
I think it's similar to what came up before. I think you just have to make sure in settings you say, hey, I don't want you sharing my info.
Data, yeah. To train. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But does that do anything? How do we even know?
I know. That's a good point.
I know. And, you know, I know with OpenAI and Claude, they both have it where you can connect your Gmail and your Google Drive and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been told that Claude's privacy is better with that. And that's but like, who wants to pay another $20 a month? You know, it's like, how many more of these subscriptions do I need?
Yeah.
And so I haven't done it on OpenAI because I kept thinking, I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. But then I think, well, wait a minute. I'm using Chrome. I'm using Google. Everything's Google. You know, they're doing everything with everything. Like, is there really privacy? I mean, really, this would be a big topic for discussion maybe next week. Is there really privacy anymore? These companies are doing whatever they want. When Dustin from Magi was here months back, like earlier this year, and we were talking about the whole privacy thing, he even said that day, you know, OpenAI just moved where you do the checkbox that you don't want them, you know, training your data. And so he walked us through it. And he's just like, I couldn't believe they moved it. They make it harder and harder for you to know where it is so you can check the box that they don't train your data. And just the way that things are in the world these days with very little oversight on things, it's like, does it really matter anymore? Are we really being protected? They might be telling us yes, but it's really no. So I'm starting to think, you know what? I think I will add my Google Drive and Gmail. Why not? Everybody already has the info. It's just fact of life now, sadly, right? Because we're the product. We learned that with social media, but it's really with everything. I mean, with Google, we're the product.
Yeah, I mean, I think to your point, Madalyn, and this is something I used to kind of chuckle about when I was in the military, is people were like, oh, you know what? I said, if you have a cell phone, you gave up all your privacy.
100%.
So
it is so true.
And I think one thing I have been looking at a little bit, right, once again, now you're having to pay money. I think it's called Proton, which is an email service that supposedly can provide a lot of privacy. And I think you can maybe even bring your Gmail into it. And I guess the advantage there is then maybe you don't get all the ads and promotions because they're that's how that's happening, right? Because they're kind of reading your habits in your email.
Yeah.
And you're like, why am I getting this ad? It's because of something you clicked on. So
right.
So I've debated that, that's kind of that whole thing of how far do we go to protect ourselves? And I mean, because I feel like cell phones have gotten even worse as far as text messages from people you have no idea. And I guess at least with the new iOS, I feel like I'm getting more filters on
Love
that
it.
stuff. Yeah.
It's great.
Is that the 26?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done that one.
It's amazing. They update just in messages and spam alone is fantastic. And it took me a minute to get used to that transparent little like bounce almost.
Right.
But I do like it. So then I guess my final question, and I'll shut up, is how does this, do you think, change SEO? Because, right?
Right. That's a whole nother conversation too. I mean, this AI is changing the landscape of like Google's, you know what is so interesting how more and more people are saying when they're doing their searches, they're using AI instead of Google. And I been using Google forever. And I started noticing this year, it's like I started going into ChatGPT more and asking my questions
Mhm.
for just stuff I would normally do in Google.
Yep.
And I'm at a place now where I'll actually stop myself. And think, should I go into ChatGPT instead of Google? We're so conditioned to Google, but more and more people are telling me, "Oh yeah, I'm just using AI now. I don't even use Google." So people that rely on Google ads, you better have a plan B because that's totally changing. Real quick for the iOS, so like I'm still on 18 for my phone. So you're saying
I think somewhere in the software update, there's like you might have to go a little bit below it. It'll give you this option to upgrade to 26. I can't remember exactly how it looked, but it doesn't automatically push it. Do you remember, Rachel? Didn't it
right,
like
right,
somewhere
yeah.
in there?
No, it just came up in my settings because I push the updates through manually. I don't do them automatic because it just irritates me when I don't know a change has been made.
Right, me
So kind
too.
of a control freak that way, but I did have to push it through. Even my watch looks different now than it used to.
Do you have to be on a newer iPhone? Like I'm on a
No,
16. So
no,
is it,
16 will work.
I'm on a 16
Okay.
too. Yeah.
It'll work. I've got it on a 15 and a 14.
I mean, the only thing that's come up was to update, I think, just
I
continue. It
I'm trying
wasn't
to remember
trans-
if you go in there right now, Madalyn, I think you might even if you click on the 18, like even though it may say you have no updates,
Uh-huh.
like you're looking for it, it may give you an option in there. It's somewhere in there. It gives you in the software
Manually
update
push it.
piece. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
should be able to manually
See,
push
like
it.
right now, it's showing me if I go to update, it's to update to 18.7.2. But at the top, there's a see what's coming in iOS 26, learn more, but it doesn't give me it gives me the option for
What can you scroll down a little bit
Yeah,
to see if
scroll
it
down. Update
just
now. Oh, but that takes you to what, 18?
it doesn't. Yeah, this is just for the 18. It
you
doesn't.
may have to completely
Oh, I
update
probably need to update
first.
that and then okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then it'll let me. So I need to be the most updated, and then it should prompt me to do. Is the
Yeah.
iOS 26? So y'all are saying it's worth doing because I know
Oh,
it was
yeah.
buggy at first, so I held off.
It does some really neat things, even with like FaceTime and some
That's what I've
other
heard. That's
stuff.
what I've heard.
I haven't
Okay.
tried that yet. That's interesting.
Oh, it just popped up all of a sudden at the very bottom. So
There
I've
you
got
go.
that, but then all of a sudden, also
That's all you got
That's
to
what
do
you
then.
want.
That's all you
Yeah.
got to do.
it was not there before. So do I still need to update?
No,
No.
no.
I could go right to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does it take a long time to update?
Nope.
No.
But it's different. Like, is it immediately different?
Yeah. Let me just show you really quick.
I mean, I
Like,
haven't really. I've heard
just
about
even
it.
look at the time. You see how it was like whited out, like it's transparent.
It's got like this. What do they call
Cool.
that look, Rachel? It's like they gave it a name. It's kind of like a
Isn't it transparent?
Like translucent.
yeah,
Something like that. Yeah.
I
And
really
then
like
when
it.
I don't know if it'll do it because it has to see my face. Hold on. I mean,
Oh, and
no,
I
it's
think
all the time.
too part of the update
Sorry.
is I believe in your messaging it will allow you to add I don't think this is an 18. It lets you add polls
Oh.
and of course you already had the send later feature.
So like you can see right here, can you see, is it too
Yeah.
hard to see it? You can see it says a 1 right there. So it's telling me that I have a message that's not in my main messages. So it's either spam or unread or
Yep.
unknown. So I just click on that little thing at the top and then it'll tell me what it is.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's like it created folders, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I'll look into that. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
This is
I'm
always
gonna
a
run
fun chat. Yeah, me too. This is a fun chat. I
you.
always learn so much hanging out with everybody. Good to see y'all. Thanks for
Bye,
spending
Jim. Bye,
time.
Bart.
Bye.
Bye, Rachel. See you next time. Well, thank y'all so
Bye,
much.
everyone.
We'll be
Yeah.
back next Thursday to do this again and hang out and
Are
come
you
join
going to
us
do
in
it on
school.
Thanksgiving?
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry. No, not next. In 2 weeks. Thank you
All
for
right.
the thanks for
Because
the
I didn't know
thanks
maybe
for-
you wanted to move it to
no,
Wednesday or
thanks for
Friday.
the reminder, because I did mention at the start that there will not be one next week, so I forgot. So thank you. So yes, we will not be here next Thursday. Thanksgiving in the US. So we'll be back 2 weeks from today. So we'll have a little break next week, but come join us on School, because we're always there. School.com/Madalyn Sklar. Come hang out with us, be part of the conversation. You'll have a great Thanksgiving,
You too.
You too.
Great to see
and
everyone.
we'll see y'all soon.